So let's talk about body dysmorphia. Yeah? You know, I see a lot of people in the gym, yeah, and some people have the confidence to come into the gym with just shorts on, you know what I'm saying, or like vest on, and sometimes they might have like very good physique, you know, and then some people have like mediocre physique, like they've been gymming like for 6 months or like 1 year or something like that, you get it? And you're very confident with the way their body looks, like, oh, I don't know, like that's the way I feel, you know. If I see anyone that comes to the gym and you have tank top on as you enter the gym, I feel you're super confident, you get it? Because for me, no matter what people told me, oh, you have a good physique, or you're very lean, or you have striations here and there, you get me? Still, I can't come into the gym with just t-shirt on. Like, I don't feel comfortable with my body, you get me? Like, I can't just come into the gym without no pump, have tank top on. Hell no, that's not happening, you get me? So I have to like have some pump in, feel like I'm a little bit bigger than I used to be, like naturally, you get me? For me to be able to like take off the pump cover, you get me? And this is something that, you know, psychologically affects the gym community. It makes a lot of young people like me like go into steroids quickly. And I get it, like, it's fine. Like, if you want to do steroid, do it. As long as you're doing it like very okay, you know, like fucking yourself up, then it's fine, you get it? I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, don't take steroid or anything. Like, if steroid has no side effect, I would take steroid, fact. But at the same time, everything in life comes with its own fault, if you get what I mean. What I'm trying to say, like, to be able to succeed, you gotta sacrifice something, you get me? And sometimes, like for example, if you look at Togi, yeah? Togi, you know, pretty big dude, aesthetic and that, you get me? And like, it talks a lot about, like I saw one of his posts there, it was like, I take steroid, yeah, some people think it's bad, but at the same time, like, I'm not trying to wait 10 years to achieve what I can achieve in like 1-2 years, you get me? Like, okay, I understand that, like, okay, you want to achieve something, which means that you got to sacrifice something, you're going to sacrifice your health. But at the same time, I think Togi, yeah, is very cautious, and like, he does his blood work. I don't know, like, I'm not 100% sure, but from what I've seen in the spirit, like, I feel like he does all this stuff to make sure that he's okay, and like, take good tracks about on what he's taking, you get me? So, going back to body dysmorphia, yeah, I feel like this is something that is really neglected in the gym community. Like, for example, now I'm 22 years old, like, I'm not that big, I've been gymming for like 2 years ago, and there's a lot of 22 years old out there on TikTok, like, that are very jacked dude. For example, let's talk about Sam Sulek, yeah? Sam Sulek is, I don't know, 21, 22, something like that, and my man is huge, you get me? Like, he is very huge. So, for example, now look at, let's see a 24-year-old guy looking at Sam Sulek like, brother, that man is 22, I'm 24, and he's bigger than me. You know, you feel like a little bit, I don't know, you feel a little bit like, why can't I be bigger than him? Why can't I be like him? You get me? Like, I mean, everyone wants to associate themselves with greatness, you know, you get me? And this is something like, I feel like it's fucking up the gym community, and making most people get into steroid at a quick age, and then not being very smart about how they take steroid, and then fucks them up in the long run. So, I think body dysmorphia is something that has to be talked about. It's something that we young people like me, or let's say like 25 downward, has to be considerate about. Like, listen, it's okay to feel the way you feel. I'm saying it right now, but believe me, I'm not gonna come into the gym tomorrow and be like, oh, I'm a gym without my pump, like without my pump cover. Like that's not happening. It's a gradual process here. You gotta mentally be able to like cope with being with your body. Like I can be shirtless at home, like like you get me, like with my family, with my people, all of that. But when I'm in the gym, when there's a lot of bigger dudes than me, like I don't feel comfortable. You know, I feel like, oh, this guy is bigger than me. This guy is bigger than me. And sometimes we gotta learn to face our own battle. And like, just don't care about your surroundings. Like you see them, you see what's happening in your surroundings, but you don't make it affect you. And this is something that my dad usually told me. Yeah? You know, one thing I learned from my dad is the fact that, listen, do not compare yourself to your mate. There are 22 years old out there that are very rich. Like I'm talking about multi-millionaires making heading crazy money and like famous and all of that. Okay, I want to be famous one day. I want to be rich one day. But now, if I want to compare myself to like, let's say Kai Cenat, I want to compare myself with him. He's 21, I think. I'm like, oh, why am I not like this? I'm just gonna keep myself unnecessary headache. I'm gonna do what it's probably gonna fuck me up in the later on. You know what I'm saying? Like, fight and do your own race. You can see these people as aspiration, like, oh, I want to achieve greatness like this. I want to do this, I want to do that. And you just have to like go for that, you get me? But not see it as something that you have to. It's a must. You gotta put God first, you get me? And then just work hard and one day you will get there. You get me? Like,